So today is the 26th of March. We've just had the spring equinox and we are back doing our forest school. We had year threes today, and based on what they've been interested in for the last couple of weeks, we went with a bit of a worm theme because they've been loving finding worms. And I found this book called Yucky Worms, which is an amazing book for just finding out lots of facts about worms. So we sort of read pages of that to them and then created our own wormery with all the worms that we found. We spoke about the longest worm that's ever been recorded, which was over
6.7 metres, not in this country.
6.7 metres, which fills me with fear, but luckily we didn't find one that was 6.7 metres. But the children just loved looking for worms, and we found out loads of cool facts, like the way that they go forwards and backwards. They don't have any teeth. We found out that they've got little bristles all over their skin, and that helps them to wriggle around. And it's been a really cool session.
So this is the book. It's called Yucky Worms by Vivian French and illustrated by Jessica Alberg. I love it because it's really sort of for all ages, well, all primary ages. Although the pictures are lovely and really child friendly, the actual facts within the book are fantastic. I loved this diagram of the worm. The children were really fascinated by that, looking at where the mouth is and things like that. And then it has all these facts. So although it's sort of a fiction story, it's got a lot of facts sort of within it. So yeah, I really recommend that book if you're ever teaching about worms.
Yeah, and in that garden I got around 50 worms.
Wow!
I got some fat worms.
Oh my word,
big
that's
juicy
fantastic.
We made a wormery for this forest school. I own a horse, so I've got a lovely muck heap at home which creates really good compost. And so I had a look through here, and look at that. I collected loads of worms and put them in this glass vase that actually the children could see before, and we invited them to come over and have a look at these worms. And worms are so cool. Claire has just fallen in love with worms. Did you know worms have been around since before the dinosaurs? Oh, there he is, off he goes. And he's also teaching the children that they are the farmers, they're nature's friends, and all the good work that they do in the soil. And also we did teach the children to respect them as well, and they went off and found worms and they brought them in here as well. And then we made sure that they got safely back in again. I love the fact that they can go backwards and forwards. They have no eyes, and we found out, so the wrinkly end is the head end, so that's the wrinkly end there. And if you look very, very closely, you can see a little mouth. Can you see in there? And there's the most amazing statistic. There are 1 million worms in 1 acre of a field. So the whole life that's going on underneath your feet is magical, which is a bit like forest school. And the children really responded really, really well to this. They were absolutely fascinated by it. It was a really good session. There you go, the worms.
Nature's tiny gardeners.
And did you know that in some countries they eat worms?
So are you going to take these home for dinner then?
No, they're going to go home. They're going to go right back on my muck heap and make beautiful compost, which I then put around my roses and grow my tomatoes from this year. And it's just so exciting that spring really is finally here. It's about 15 degrees today, and it was light until 6:30 last night. So spring really is here. We've made it.